Mix 2 quarts of Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid. 9 great flavors, the drink you love. Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid.
For the very best drink you ever made.
Kool-Aid, Kool-Aid.
Be sure that the envelope says Kool-Aid.
You can give your youngsters a lot of pleasure with Kool-Aid. You know it's pure and good. It has the Parents Magazine seal. And it's so thrifty. A 5-cent package makes 2 full quarts. Just add Kool-Aid to water with ice. Add some sugar and stir.
For the very best drink you ever made.
Be sure that the envelope says
Kool-Aid.
Good evening, goblins and ghouls, and welcome to the Wednesday night Scream Stream Mini-sodes. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always.
No.
By
First off, I'm Gray.
I'm sorry. I've committed an egregious crime here. I am so sorry, Fresh, and all of my other worried activities before the show. I forgot to restore your saturation. I forgot you are, in fact, with us. Welcome to the Wednesday Night Scream Stream Mini-sodes. I'm your host, Spakenstein, joined as always by my very good friends, Mr. Evan Sink.
Good evening.
And the very much alive, Mr. Fresh Rogan.
Yeah, bring the ruckus.
We are bringing the ruckus tonight. We're back. We took last week off, and now we're back bringing the ruckus with another exciting week of public domain horror. Starting, of course, with another installment of Lights Out, which we've already seen 2 episodes of, and they've both been pretty good. I've actually really enjoyed this so far. So we'll see what they have in store for us tonight. It should be a lot of fun. Good way to we're at hump day, so we always like to give you a little dose of public domain horror, and so far
nothing really gets me through the week like an episode of a TV show from 1951.
Right. There's just something about life was harder back then. I'm happy to be alive today. I'm happy to it just helps restore your faith in humanity when you go back and watch something that is 80 years old. I don't know. It's old. And again, this is early.
This is back when people had values.
Back when
when your spouse would just kill your bird.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that last episode?
That was last episode. Yeah, we saw an angry spouse kill her husband. Well, yeah, I guess she killed her husband's pet bird, and he had his revenge on her, and it was subtle, but it is actually a well executed episode. It was really wild. Again, if you didn't see it, there was like a credit sequence basically, which I don't know was even a thing in movies at the time. So seeing it on a television show from 1950 was kind of weird to me.
It's really ahead of the curve. It
is, and it made it hit harder. They made that ending hit harder for some reason. Mm-hmm. Like when it first ended, I was like, oh, okay. Like, of course, they're not going to show this lady get attacked by birds or show anything bad happen to her because it's 1950 television. You're trapped on a tiny soundstage. There's not a lot you can do. But just the act of like showing this woman looking out the window, knowing that if she steps foot outside, she will be killed by birds, was actually
sometimes it's what you don't show.
Right. Hitchcock should have taken that lesson when he made his own lesson when he made The Birds. It's about what you don't show.
Right. He could have made that movie a lot easier just without any birds.
He wouldn't have had to
You just imply there's birds.
just imply, and he wouldn't have had to torture Tippi Hedren and throw real birds at her until they attacked her.
Just
and made
have
her bleed.
bird poop everywhere.
And
Be
get-
there were
right.
birds here.
Yeah, and that
Just
would have
toss some feathers around.
you could have saved a lot of budget on your not having the bird poop cleanup. It would have definitely saved money. But at that point in his career, they were giving him whatever he wanted. Universal was like, all right, as long as you stay here, we'll give you money. We'll let you do whatever you want. So, but I digress on Hitchcock. Where this is, but again, this show has had really suspenseful elements. The first one we saw was Civil War Ghosts, and that was pretty nuts. This past one was Angry Birds. This is pretty good. So Cat's Cradle is the title of tonight's episode. Not really sure what we're in store for. I can tell you, I know that we'll be in store for the host being
It sounds like kittens, right?
sounds like kittens.
Isn't that what goes in a cat's cradle? Like a baby cat?
That's a good point. Yeah, I think I guess you can expect plenty of meowing on tonight's episode, more than likely.
Scary kittens tonight.
Super scary kittens.
This is good.
Yeah, man, you got to look out. These kittens, that their mom isn't feeding them, and so they've turned into monsters, and so it'll be very exciting, I assure you.
Watch out. These cats have got a taste for milk.
For milk and blood. I mean, that is, again, if you're just watching this episode, the show that we're watching for our season 5 minisodes is based on a radio show from the 30s and 40s, and they were known for doing really gory stories and really over the top things because it was radio and you could kind of get away with it because you're not actually showing anything. You're just implying.
There you go. The implication.
The implication. That's exactly right. So I think the first 2 episodes, they've kind of demonstrated that they know what they're doing in that department. And so whatever Cat's Cradle, whatever these baby kittens are getting into tonight, you can expect plenty of suspense. But yeah, so I'm sure it'll be exciting. Anything?
Could you remind me who's the host? Who's our host tonight again?
So this is the host. I can't even remember his name, but he definitely is leaving an indelible mark in terms of horror hosts or these anthology TV show hosts, as he starts with his eyes right here in front of the camera, and then the camera zooms out, and he always starts with "hello," and it's pretty creepy. And
yeah, it's pretty slick. Maybe we should use that.
Yeah, should I just be a floating head from now on? Would that be?
There we go. That's an idea.
I just lose the body. It's just weighing me down anyway. I just become a floating head. My hair hanging around. I'd be into that. I'd definitely be into that. And that's the
the floating skull horror show. I mean, it's on brand.
It's definitely on brand, and this is where Silent would make a crack about me wanting to lose my body because then I wouldn't be as fat. But that's not my motivation.
In your head.
Silent is in my head, and that's not my motivation. I like the creepiness of it, the creepiness of being a disembodied head. Again, one of the greatest public domain horror movies that we haven't even watched yet, House on Haunted Hill. They know a thing or two about disembodied heads. They do it right. But I'm saving that movie for, I don't know quite when, but I'm saving it. If you watch our mainstream, don't think that we've gone through all the best public domain horror movies. We're really just getting started. House on Haunted Hill is one of my top 5, I think. So
it is very good.
It is very good. It is very fun. So I'll probably save it for Halloween. More than likely, it's a very Halloween movie just because of the
fact that it has Vincent Price in it.
I mean, I think that's right. I mean, Vincent, and that's the thing. We don't get too many public domain horror movies with Vincent Price, believe it or not. We already watched The Bat, and that was that was fine. But I can assure you that House on Haunted Hill will be worth the wait. It is.
Is The Pit and the Pendulum public domain?
No, I went that, and that's a Roger Corman movie. Actually, Roger Corman.
There we go. It's another familiar name.
Roger Corman and Vincent Price did 8 or 9 Edgar Allan Poe movies together, and like The Terror, which we watched on this show, was filmed in between some of those, but The Terror obviously didn't have Vincent Price. It had Boris Karloff and Jack Nicholson. And
what's kind of wild to me, the thought of turning a short story into a like feature-length film. I've read The Pit and the Pendulum. It's not a very long story.
No, it's not. It's not. And that is the beauty of these Edgar Allan Poe films, is how much they do to fill out these. Because, like, really, Edgar Allan Poe's story is always just a jumping off point. Usually for Richard Matheson, who wrote the scripts for the Edgar Allan Poe Corman movies, which Richard Matheson, you may know from the other Vincent Price public domain horror movie we watched on the show so far, Last Man on Earth, aka I Am Legend. So Richard Matheson really got creative with taking these Poe stories and expanding them into really these vehicles for Vincent Price. And they're fun. They're fun movies. Again, Vincent Price is pretty much always fun.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
He's just a fun guy. What can you say about old Vinny? The man knows how to have a good time.
He's just the kind of guy you want to watch do his thing on I was gonna say on stage, but on screen.
Just the kind of guy you want to hang out with in his torture chamber and just have a laugh, share a few laughs.
just have a beer.
Share a beer. Yeah, Vincent Price is the kind of guy I feel like I sit down and have a beer with. Right. Out of all these guys, no.
Or a glass of wine, I guess. We've established that Price was a wine guy.
I forgot about that. We did establish that Price was a wine guy, and Bela Lugosi, as we know, was a Boilermaker guy. But that's that's not really necessarily our speed. We tried it. It was fine. It was a lot. But
if you want to live fast like Bela Lugosi, then that's how you do it.
Treat yourself to a Boilermaker, but otherwise, I mean, it's really messy. I don't think you want to be cleaning up all that spillage off the floor. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, I'll say if you're gonna do it not at your house. Maybe do it at a bar.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sure that's what he was doing.
A bar is a great place, and just make sure you're giving yourself some space. Otherwise, you're like Evan. You're cleaning up all off your pants, and you don't want
walking around with beer foam all over your jeans. It's just not a great evening.
Not a great evening. No, it doesn't feel good. Doesn't look good. All around a bad time.
Doesn't smell good. Just
no, I can't imagine.
No good part being covered in beer.
No, there's not. Really not. But yeah. So we're we've definitely gotten adventurous with our drinks, and stay tuned for the end of this episode when Evan reveals what we'll be drinking this Friday for our feature presentation. But until then, what say we get into tonight's episode of Lights Out? Anything before we get into it tonight, boys?
I got nothing.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. All right. If you boys have it queued up, I think. Are the aliens back again?
Did I leave Metroid Prime on in the other room?
Yeah, I think you might have. All right, if you boys have it queued up.
Yes, sir.
We're going to get into the exciting beginning of Cat's Cradle right now. I always love the theme music. I forgot about the theme music, man.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I do love that. Good evening, goblins and ghouls.
Yep, I can see it.
Piece of string. You can tie a package with it, or you can knot it around your finger to remember things. But if you know,
Is that why people do Cat's Cradle?
Yep.
There's a great.
I mean, I guess if you have your fingers kind of tied up like that, you're probably not going to forget whatever you were thinking about.
Yeah, that's true.
Lights out.
Lights out.
God, these crickets sound stranger and stranger every year.
Look, you city people don't realize the sounds that come out of the woods at night, okay? You just got to learn to ignore that shit.
Oh my God. Is that supposed to be playful?
Man marries
Guess who?
married a woman, man strangled whoever.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I'll give you a bigger reaction next time.
This couple's kinky.
You don't scare me half as much as that owl. I wish you'd find another house to haunt.
You've been used to it in time. It's part of living in the country. Night music. A symphony of nature.
The orchestration is a bit macabre for my taste.
Macabre.
I thought you were mending that crack in the bedroom ceiling.
I can't
bit
understand it without
macabre.
plaster. Mr. Woodley said he'd deliver at 5. It's now 9 and no plaster. He's probably sitting around a Cracker Barrel spinning tall tales.
Man, I want to go to the Cracker Barrel and spin tall tales.
Right, you can play some checkers on
Or
like
that dumb little
woven
peg
checkers
game.
mat. Right, yeah.
They said
Don't
if
be an
you can
ignorant.
prove
Yes, I know.
that one of the photos on the wall is your relative, they'll let you have it.
Oh.
Just
This clothesline, I've been looking for
That's
it
actually
all
cool.
day.
In the laundry.
String it up, please. I want to dry a few things.
Yes, ma'am.
I think that peg game is called pegging.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Would you think instead
Pegging
of-
is Cracker Barrel pegging, yeah.
Right, you put that on your dating profile. You like
Really good at pegging.
All right, don't be silly. You're letting that owl get on your nerves.
you want people to know that you're very clever and can solve the little peg puzzle.
Oh shit.
Mr. Woodley!
Bob, what happened?
He hit the owl.
Bob, what is it?
Toot, 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 toot.
All right, honey, nobody's been hurt. Mr. Woodley ran into the fence post and smashed the fence.
Yeah, really,
There you go. Right over
really hit that fence post hard.
It looks like he's been hitting something really hard.
Thought I was a goner. Sure did.
Well, what happened?
You waited too long to close the car, man.
The box is broken, man.
Breathe. Felt like the breath was being squeezed out of me.
Must have been your eyes.
Squeezed out of me.
No asthma attack.
Look.
That was no asthma attack.
Felt like somebody had a
I thought they were zooming in for a spit take. Look at his eyes.
Where? I don't see him.
Honey, that feller I met on the road.
What is it, Mr. Woodley?
Hell, I met a tramp on the road. He
A tramp?
stepped right in front of a truck, he did. Like to scare me nigh to death. He wanted to live.
Nigh to
But
death.
I wouldn't hear of that. No
Scared me nigh to death.
Let's start bringing back the word nigh.
Feller had a piece
Yeah, it was Bill Nye that jumped out in frund of his truck.
Oh, dude.
playing with it, short ass.
He was trying to
This
prove
guy
some
got-
science
He
concept.
didn't do that. No, I looked back and said, give away. And there he
And then these fellers started going, Bill, 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 Bill.
Train.
He didn't jump on the truck. How did he get the wire around your neck?
Remember what I said about the Cracker Barrel, Phil? You probably had an attack of asthma.
No, don't you keep on saying that, Mr. Kane. I tell you, that was a piece
It's not. It's
of
mouse.
wire.
Oh, what?
A piece of string.
Mr. Woodman,
Huh?
did you bring the plaster?
She's out there in the truck. I don't know her.
Why did he go inside to ask if he brought something?
He's like, I'm done listening to you.
Right. Well, if screaming into this guy's ear doesn't work, maybe I'll back up. I'll
Yeah,
yell at him,
scream at him through the window.
The door, please.
Yes. You.
What?
What are you doing out there? What do you want?
He was just there. What are you talking about?
Oh, I don't. I never saw you before. Phyllis?
It's a different guy.
I don't know that. There's something familiar. It's George. George Logan.
You remember now?
George Logan. Oh, good.
You remember
I
now?
hear somebody mention my name.
Come on in. Come on in. I haven't seen you since you were the football sensation of the country.
You gave me quite a start.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Since you were a football sensation of the
Why are
country.
you standing out there?
Yeah,
Oh, a
it's
couple of minutes. I came
some
into town
great
yesterday and
exposition.
I saw Phyllis come out of the village store.
You got here.
Didn't your brother just die?
Out there.
In the field?
In the field?
Oh, no, thanks. Let's get one thing straight. I didn't come here for a handout.
Bob didn't mean
I didn't come for a handout. I came because I wanted to see you. I wanted to see somebody I know.
Well, we're glad you did, George. Very
Very
glad.
strange. It's a very
Yep,
strange
no.
way to say that.
Please come into our home. Take a seat.
Oh, all over Europe,
I wanted to
Africa,
see ya.
wherever ships or wheels on my 2 feet would carry me.
Well, that sounds exciting, but why all the travel? What did you accomplish?
Why all the travel? Why'd you come out this seaport?
I don't know. Yes.
Oh, you seem worn out.
I got a little heart strain here. You ever hear of Kin Gunga?
What?
It's in the Himalayas, so high. you
Oh,
can't
really? You never heard of him, huh?
Every time you make a move.
In the Himalayas.
I tried to climb it with a party of Indians.
That's when you don't really feel like doing anything, but you're also a man.
Himalayas.
Playing, Bob. Play with it.
That was good,
The floor
Fresh.
to the funky guys.
Cigars? Who are they?
Stranglers, thugs of India. Killing was part of their religion. Killing with a cord. I got this loop from a man in Calcutta. There, look.
Is he fucking Kaiser Sozeing them right now?
Yeah.
Bob, we used to
Throwing in random details.
we used to pass it back and forth.
I remember that, but this isn't kid stuff. This is complicated.
Take that off the forefinger there.
Well, what's that do?
Many stars, they call it.
It sounds like this guy got scammed in India.
Yeah.
There's a star. I learned that from the natives.
They sold him some
in Tonga
string.
Island.
Can you do some more?
It's magic, I swear.
Oh, it's clever, but you were always clever with your hands and feet.
But not with my brains, huh?
Don't be.
Clever with your hands and feet?
But
I don't like it, I never liked it.
Nickname.
That's a funny way to say you're
Yeah, I
stupid.
don't like it.
Show us.
You're clever with your
They're
hands.
so interesting.
Have you seen what he can do with his feet?
Don't you ever get confused? Start out to make one and have it turn out to be another?
Yeah, that's an easy mistake to make. There are two you can get mixed up on. The first one is what the Navajos call the big star.
That's your symbol, George. You
I love their like this like QVC like zoom in fade every time. Like
About the
There needs to be a slashed price on the bottom.
Right. A timer ticking down,
Just never fitted in there.
even though it's like pre-recorded.
George
Call in the
Washington,
next 10 minutes and shit, we're practically giving these
You
away.
left your football career.
Oh, I was just a guy plugging up the line. Nobody cared about me.
Is that why you stopped playing? Seems to me you might have cared about yourself.
That's easy enough for you to say. You were never on the outside looking in. You were popular. Everybody liked you. And then later, you, Phyllis, together. But when I come around, it's just old goog lummox slob.
But you were popular. You were famous.
Yeah, but that's not the same thing.
Well, what was that other thing?
Okay.
The one you said you could confuse with Big Star.
Oh, two coyotes. That starts the same way.
Here we go again.
We're gonna get the zoom in again.
There it is. Here it
I'm
is.
up, middle finger cross, then I drop and bring it around. Then my
Selling this fashionable bolo tie for only $299.99.
It's a
I like that they're not faking it though.
Right, he
Like,
is doing it.
Somebody had to learn how to do this for this show.
Yeah, that's true.
They run away.
It's a bolo tie and it's a fidget spinner.
That's mighty.
You know, tell
So the way that they zoom in makes me feel like that guy doesn't know how to do it.
Something like that.
Yeah. You think they got a cat cradle double?
Yes.
Yeah, I think they did.
Show me about Big Star again, will you? I like
They
it
just
there.
found someone who already knew how to do it.
My life wouldn't be worth that.
Why? Does it have something to do with the fancy girls?
No, they're dead and gone. The man who gave me this cord said it was taken from the last of the Fancy guys before he was hanged.
The Ponzi guard.
Price on it.
He did get scammed.
Yep.
How frightening.
Haven't called it.
How does it work?
Oh, you'd laugh at it.
No, really I wouldn't.
You'd
Well,
You're gonna laugh. This guy named Bernie Madoff showed me how to make this other shape.
when you name the living thing you want the figure.
I'm my own boss. All I have to do is
The guy's works.
get more people
Die.
to sell string for me.
We've only a cocktail.
Then I set up my online e-shop for people to buy the string from me, and then I'm just making money hand over
Remind me
fist.
the time when I had no power but my two hands and my feet.
It's Silent. It is 100% the art of the deal.
Didn't mean any offense. You know how
The art of the deal.
orderly and practical.
Cylon was talking a lot about the art of the deal this weekend.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure he was. I'm sure he was.
Whatever, Billy, we're glad you came. Now will you stay?
Well, now that's settled, let's get some rest. Unless that owl keeps you awake again tonight, Phyllis, and me too.
That owl frightens you, Phyllis?
There's one out there in the tree near the porch.
You think this won't do what I told you? You think this is just fancy stories, don't you?
Well, frankly, yes, but it doesn't really matter. So let's
Well,
get to work.
You don't
yeah,
like
kinda.
my fancy stories?
I gotta prove that I'm not just old Goog anymore. I'm gonna make an owl. Let loop over like that, then come down.
Yes, Silent.
Maybe you'll believe me when I murder this owl with magic.
My forefinger drops off.
And I do it like this, you see.
Now watch. There.
And now the owl's going to get his head caught in it, and then he's going to choke to death.
Wings, too.
He runs outside and catches the owl in his little net.
You hear those frogs?
String tycoon.
The next great video game of
With the biggest frog
2023.
out there.
Ah, that's great. Go on.
Phyllis, that owl won't bother you anymore. You'll see.
You'll see. You're all gonna see.
Bob,
Phil, don't come out here.
where are you?
What? What? Oh, shit.
It worked.
Damn. That owl. All right. So we'll take a break right there. I'm at 1350. Wow, they showed the dead owl. I was not 10 points. That's right, Silent. I wasn't expecting that. They usually last week's episode, I guess we saw the dead bird. So wait, is this 2 dead birds now? Does this show has something against birds?
Yeah, we're what, 2 for 3 on dead birds.
We are, yeah. I mean,
It's no pink flamingos, but it's close.
No, well, that's you certainly no couldn't equal that.
They didn't kill the bird on camera in this, so
No, they didn't. It was all off screen, but it is definitely I was not expecting that. So big ups to the production design.
Is this code? Cylon wants to know, is this code?
Yeah, Cylon, this is definitely would not have passed code. No, I don't know. It's television, so I don't know. I guess it was fine to show dead animals. I guess that wasn't a wasn't a problem for them. But I don't know. Dead birds. People don't care too much about it. Yes, Hellivision. I mean, this is the early days of Hellivision, Sideline.
That's what I told my optometrist, bro. I got hella vision.
That's what my radical LASIK surgeon gave me. He had like the backwards hat on, and the
You walk
sunglasses.
in, it's a white guy with dreads, and he's like, "I'm gonna give you hella vision, bro."
You've heard of television? Get ready for Hellivision.
I couldn't even imagine what Hellivision. What would you actually see through Hellivision? Would it be would everything just have multicolored outlines? What's Hellivision? What's I want to hear each of your ideas of what Hellivision actually is. You get this Hellivision corrective surgery. What do you see when you come out?
You know that like bus seat pattern from the 90s? It's just a bunch of shapes. I think everything just looks like that if you have
You're doing a Longmont. I got eye surgery, and now I'm just seeing shapes everywhere. I turn around, see a square. I'm seeing a hexagon every time I turn around.
Yeah, that's Hellivision. You just see shapes. Makes life's easier that way, right? I only see in shapes. I'm sorry, I can't help you. Who knows?
And then you turn right at the bank up on the corner. Yeah, can you describe it in number of sides that it has?
I mean, Hellivision is still to be approved by the FDA. Do they approve LASIK eyes? Do they approve that procedure? Who approves that?
I don't think anybody is really over eyes. Yikes. You know, I think it's just kind of a free for all in there.
Well, I feel real sorry for all you people who don't have 20/20 vision.
Yeah, I mean, if someone was in charge, do you think they'd let people shoot lasers into your eyeballs?
That's actually very true. No, I don't. That seems like a bad idea. Yeah. So I guess there is nobody in charge. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do to your eyes. But sounds kind of scary to me. I don't want people fucking with my eyes.
I went to the optometrist, and the last time I went, their eye checker thing was hooked up to a computer, and they just asked me if 1 or 2 was better, and then clicked which one I said was better. And then when it was done, the computer printed out my prescription, and I was like, I feel like I could have done this myself.
At home, yeah, that wouldn't have been.
Yeah, I feel like your job is kind of to do nothing.
It's automation. It's getting everybody.
1 or 2, 1 or 2. I can pick 1 or 2. What do I need you for? Yeah, you just need.
Yeah, I could just tell the computer. You're just here to click the computer. What are we doing?
You just need to make it like the grocery
0
store.
or 1.
They just make it like the grocery store. You just have your self checkout. You do your own. Yeah, you just take care of it yourself.
You can do an online eye test now on like Lens Crafters, and then just fucking get your glasses.
Siler, I don't know if we want to be going to the Walmart eye doctor. I don't know how I feel.
That's where I get my LASIK, right beside the bakery.
Yeah, you
right beside the McDonald's.
You definitely get Hellivision at the Walmart eye doctor.
Yeah, I can smell them making chicken nuggets when I'm getting my LASIK done.
Yeah, well, maybe you get smell-o-vision at the Walmart eye doctor.
Now that would be hella some smella. Oh man, that would be wild.
It's Wild West over here in optometry land. We're gonna put a couple noses on your eyeballs. Fuck it.
Yeah, Cylon, that's
smell your eye burning during. Stop it.
Yeah, that's what that smell is. It's not smell-o-vision. It's just your eyes burning. That's what they tell you to ease the pain. They tell you that it's smell-o-vision. Little do you know, your corneas are burning off. So that's our eye talk for the evening. I hope we've unsettled everybody. And if you want to be even more unsettled, then I've gotta warn you about our commercials coming up. If you're a big fan of clowns, which I know some of our viewers just love clowns, and you're gonna love the next commercial that we're gonna have during our break. Clown is the stars, so it'll be a lot of fun. Kids love
Send
clowns.
in the clowns.
So I've got 2 commercials they're both for Sugar Crisps cereal from Post in the 50s, and I guess it's like Rice Krispies, but it's not.
Yeah, Sugar Crisp. That's not still a thing, is it?
I don't think so. Is it? I don't think so. I think Post gave up on Sugar Crisps, but they got 2 really creepy commercials out of it. So that's what we're going to be watching during the break. But I will have to say that I don't know if I set the source right. So when I initially click it, I may have to change the source. So if I am doing that, just, bear with me for 15 seconds. Anything before we go to break, boys?
It's Golden Crisp now. I looked it up.
Golden Crisps.
I accidentally searched Sugar Crisps on
Paste. What did you find, if I may be so bold?
There's a lot of guys dressed in blue for some reason.
Nice. You didn't find my erotic fan fiction, did you?
No. So yeah, I think I found your Wattpad page. Where,
shit.
It's the Sugar Crisp bear that I don't want to say what's going on.
We won't elaborate. We'll just watch these commercials, and then when we come back, we'll get into the exciting conclusion of Cat's Cradle. So stick around.
We'll
be right back.
Breakfast. I'm hungry. Take it from Crinkles. That's me. The best breakfast under the big top is Post Sugar Rice Crinkles. So crinkly, so delicious, so different. Each grain of rice in Sugar Rice Crinkles is crinkled with honey and sugar. It's so good, I crinkle every time I eat it. Yet, no matter what other rice cereal you've ever tried, you'll love Post Sugar Rice Crinkles best of all. Honey and sugar make it different and wonderful. A circus of fun to eat. So you crinkle on down to the store for Post Sugar Rice Crinkles, the greatest cereal treat on earth.
Look at Johnny and Janie Black, watching and wishing they had a snack. Hello, what's this? Hang on to your chairs. Our 3 friends, the honey bears.
We heard you were wishing for something to eat.
Something delicious.
Something sweet.
And here's a treat that can't be beat.
Oh, Sugar Crisp, it's fun to eat.
As a snack or a cereal, it's a dream. You don't need sugar,
Just milk or cream.
it's already sweetened. We hope you've noticed.
Each single puff is candy coated.
Sugar Crisp is fun to eat 3 ways: as a cereal with milk or cream, as a snack any time of day, or as candy right out of the box. Remember,
As a cereal, it's dandy.
For snacks, it's so handy.
Or eat it like candy.
Post Sugar Crisp.
the red, white, and blue package with the 3 bears on it.
And we are back. So yes, 2 Sugar Crisps commercials, and I'll let you be the judge of which one was creepier.
Yeah, that's a close call, man. Old commercials are so weird,
aren't they? Isn't it just so why would you think that a clown, I mean, I guess back in those days the circus was still big, It was people loved clowns then still.
Yeah, you didn't have Pikachu to move cereal.
Yeah, you didn't have existing characters. You had to just make them.
Yeah, you just make these weird stop motion bears.
You had to have Crinkle the Clown and the 3 little bears.
Well, those three little bears certainly did not have the charisma of Snap or Crackle or even Pop, for that matter. And it's just really.
Yeah, which one of those bears do you think grew up to be the Golden Crisp bear?
Well, I think it was definitely the one on the left, because you know, you don't have the
they're
spotlight.
The cool one.
Yeah, exactly. You got to fight your way to the top, and he certainly did. Yeah, Silarn. Yeah, this is, you know, when you're watching 50s commercials and you're debating on the characters they're using for their advertising, you are we're honorary boomers at this point.
Are those people still alive? The kids in that commercial?
What a great question, Evan. Let's do a years-long journey and make a documentary about how we tried to find out if the two kids from this Sugar Crisp commercial were still alive. We gotta find these kids.
Yeah. Man, speaking of, we gotta find these kids. I got an Amber Alert today. Did you guys get that?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, and you know, not to make too light of that, but it occurred to me that, like, so the Amber Alert goes out to everybody, right? Does it go out to the person who's abducted the kid? Do you think that they know?
I mean, definitely.
They're like, oh shit, that's me.
A scare tactic.
Have I seen this kid? Have I seen this car? Yeah, shit, I'm in it.
Like, have you ever been? This was a big thing in like Colorado, but like they would put like missing and abducted children on like highway signs.
Right.
And I think a lot of that stuff is like to scare whoever has the child into just giving them back.
Okay.
What do you think about the fact they used to put missing kids on milk cartons? That's fucking scary as hell when you think about it. You pull out your milk for the morning or like a late night snack and you just have this missing kid staring at you.
Right. Do you think the guy that abducted the kid got the milk and was like, oh shit,
I have this kid.
Have I seen him? Well, yeah.
I have him. Yeah, that's scary any way you look at it. It's scary.
Yeah, I like what you were saying there, Fresh. It almost feels like it's like a thrill of the hunt kind of thing. Like we got to let them know that we're on the trail, because that's what makes it fun.
What
is that?
That wasn't what I
is that what Fresh said? I don't.
I think that's how I.
That's how what Evan heard. I don't know.
Like, you know what? Yes, that is what I meant.
It's not fun for the cops otherwise.
Yeah,
right.
Otherwise they can't play cops and robbers.
Right. It's like you guys know the most dangerous game. Like the guy when he's got the guy, like he could just shoot him right there, but he gives him a head start. That's what makes it fun.
That is what makes it fun. Evan's so astute. You bring up the most dangerous game because it's in the lineup for this season. As is a variation on it that came out in the 60s. So we got them lined up. What do you say? If a kid is missing, why would you stick them on a milk carton instead of giving them back to their family? What?
That's a good point. It's kind of cruel.
It's not fun for the cops otherwise.
Yeah, no, that's very true. It's these dang cops out here trying to prove a point. I don't know.
Do you think like Mayola was abducting kids to make sure there was a steady flow of missing children to put on the milk?
That actually makes a lot of sense. It was them and the National Dairy Council or whatever their names is. It was all
Big Dairy.
Big Dairy. Big Milk. It was all a quest in the 80s to get people to buy more dairy. Of course. It all makes sense now.
Yeah. It's because that was the only way they tracked the missing kids, was you had to go buy more milk.
It sounds kind of fucked up us talking about it that way, but it is so wild to just think that used to just be like an accepted normal thing to put a picture of a missing child on a carton of milk. Like, I couldn't imagine what I would do if that was on my milk, like my jug of milk.
I get like a reusable container, and I would just pour my milk in that, and then throw the carton away.
Yeah, there you go. You just put it in a bag, like pretend you're Canadian.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, milk in a bag. It's the way to go. No missing kid pictures.
That's why they do it.
That's why
those Canadians are so happy.
Oh,
No children go missing in Canada because there's no milk carton.
That's right. That's right. That's how they do it up there. Oh goodness. Well, before we dig this hole any deeper, I think that we're gonna get into this exciting second half of Cat's Cradle. Anything before we get into it, boys? What do we think the friend is gonna do? What do you think his motives are?
No, I want to get back into the milk thing.
I'm not done with this yet. We're not done here. We have more to dig into.
We could go all night on this milk thing.
We could have a whole separate stream about the milk thing.
Yeah, the milk stream.
The milk stream. Not only are we going into the whole missing kid milk carton thing, we're going into the history of milk itself from the very beginning up to when they started cartoning it and so forth. Get ready. No, this is not milk stream. I'm sorry, Fresh. We're gonna have to move on.
So this guy's got a magic string. Does it only kill things?
It's a death note.
Is that basically what we're dealing with here? Is this killer string? I mean, I love it.
It's got a string.
I do love it. It is a lot of fun, honestly. Like, why not? I mean, again,
the amount of time that it takes him to create the shape is really funny. Like, if someone was charging at him and it was a self-defense situation, I don't know that it would work.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's like the old cootie catchers in elementary school. I have to do it this number of times, otherwise it's not going to work right. It's like, come on now. I have to do the number that we drew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now pick a color.
Imagine one of those could kill people. Now there's our next great horror movie. We gotta write that. It's about a bunch of elementary schoolers who get killed by one of those things, man. That'd be a lot of fun.
Is that what those were called? Cootie catchers?
Yeah, I think that.
Is that what they're called? Right? I thought so, but I'm sure they went by many different names, but you have to love those things. So a haunted one or some kind of killer one would be a lot of fun. So that's how you get us into tonight's thing. Is you gotta give us a 90s reference, early 2000s, something from our childhood. Here we go. Okay, instead of a string, imagine one of these cootie catchers. Okay, now we're in business. It is a wild concept, though. I do like it.
Right. He would all. You'd have to get it from India, though. You got to get the Himalayan cootie catcher.
That's the snag. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. Oh, I can see it now. We'll get on writing that right away. But until then, we're gonna get into the exciting conclusion of Cat's Cradle. If you boys have it queued up.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Okie dokie, then we're going to get into it right now.
Where's Bob?
He's just hanging around at the house.
Like to help fix breakfast?
Oh, I sure would.
I sure would.
You can take that clothesline down for me, please?
Hey, pick a number.
That owl didn't bother you last night, huh, Phyllis?
Why, no, George, it didn't.
I was awfully glad that I could do
Yeah,
something to
he
help you.
handles that
You
string
remember
way
what I
too
said
well.
last night about looking for something? Well, I think maybe you help me find it.
How?
I don't like him.
No, I've got a bad feeling about the husband not being around right now.
You're so strange and quiet.
bet you never wanted to get in on things with the other kids.
Oh, that isn't true. No kid wants to be out of things. And
He kind of reminds me of he's like Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
Dude,
Death Note.
I've been thinking Lon Chaney Jr. the whole time, man. That Lon Chaney Jr. could have played this, so it's funny that you bring up Lenny, because that's
He's like Lenny if Lenny was like a little smarter.
Yeah.
We all feel lost.
a little more devious.
Yeah, like he's smart enough to be malicious now.
Right.
I wanted to change.
Like he wouldn't accidentally kill the rabbit. He would
Like Bob, I guess.
I don't know, tie it with a string or something.
If I could learn more things, if I could get
You know this guy definitely played Lenny on the stage, for sure.
You wasted
For
so
sure.
many years, George. All you ever wanted was for someone
Five,
to like
sure.
you.
Five? Ooh.
So sure
That's
I
even
am.
more, that's one more than for sure.
No.
Oh, that's
That's too much to ask for. But last night I felt I was I don't know how to say it, Phyllis.
Don't cry, George. I understand.
See, that's what I mean. You understand. You understand.
He sounds like
If I only...
Would you put that up on the top shelf for me, please?
who's the guy on Bob's Burgers that's dumb?
Teddy. He sounds
Teddy.
like Teddy.
Sounds
He
like
does
Teddy.
sound like that's it. Fresh. You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
He's like Teddy.
I'm just a little dizzy. Nothing. The reaching did it.
Oh, Bobby. Yeah, he's definitely Teddy.
Oh, Bobby, it's the big one.
Oh, don't be afraid.
Very good trick, Goose.
What?
Don't be afraid, Phyllis. I said I was going to kill it.
Oh, sure. The dreadful curse of the strangler's cord. What sort of an idiot do you take me for, anyway?
Well, what do you mean?
Wait,
I know how he did it.
I did it with a cord.
You left this out there. This and the owl, too.
Bob, he couldn't have.
What?
Why not? You got into
there's
town.
something out there that killed the owl that's not the
You were
string.
hanging around this place night before last?
Yeah, but I didn't do anything, Bob. I was looking through the window, and you both seemed so happy.
Yep,
figured
Teddy.
I didn't belong to you.
Really, you were spot on with
But
that
I
one.
didn't plant those things, Bob. Honest, I didn't.
Oh, he's Bob. I didn't know his name was Bob. Oh, that's all.
And I don't like the method you use to get a free meal in a bed.
You think that's the only reason I came here?
Oh,
I
my
certainly
God.
do. But you're welcome to stay just so
And
long
Teddy's
as you don't
always
start
mooching
kidding me
free
again with
burgers.
all this
It's
nonsense.
perfect.
He's even dressed like
George is
Teddy.
telling the truth.
That shirt is definitely blue.
Oh, darling, be sensible. Don't humor him. He needs help, not sympathy.
What about
He
Mr.
needs help,
Woodley?
Lynn.
Last night. He said he saw George in the road. Do you know what happened to his throat?
Mr. Woodley is a cracker barrel story.
She's like, "Oh, Bobby."
No, that man on the road. He almost run me over with the truck. He called me a tramp. So I made a figure. But I didn't finish it. I didn't want to kill him.
You're quick with your answers.
I'm telling the truth.
Look, George, don't...
I'm telling the truth. You always know somebody's telling the truth when they like their eyes get real big and their like voice changes pitch.
You like owls? I'll give you a job in the shop.
Why don't you take it, George? You can't go on like this, can you? You ought to be a part of something.
You can't go on
I don't know what you
like
know about a
this.
machine shop, but while you're learning...
I love
Heavy
this.
smokers back then.
I love this live TV, man. Like, if it's not live, like they only had one take to get it. That's why I love the flub
Take
lines.
the last little thing away from me and rub it in the dirt.
I'm sorry you feel that way, George. I was only trying to help.
Help. Yes.
Look at this guy, too good to sweep a floor.
Playing tricks on you. Well, I could do something to prove I'm not a nothing. I could take this string, and I could make a cat's cradle, and I could say, "This is Bob Kane, my good friend."
George, stop it. Put that
I'm
string
afraid
away.
you'd feel quite foolish because I wouldn't be obliging enough to drop dead.
The curse doesn't say he dropped dead, it says he died. Somehow. To the man's hands, maybe.
Stop talking like that, both of you. I don't like
I
it.
see you think you'd see the curse come true even if you had to do the killing yourself.
Stop it, Bob.
I could do it, too. I
Damn.
could crush him with my bare
Oh,
hands.
George, don't. You're acting like a madman.
I got to show him, Phyllis. Don't you see? He's taking
He's
everything
challenging
away from
my
me.
manhood. I gotta kill him.
Last night I was sorry for you. You're causing nothing but trouble.
Don't take this from me.
You don't mean that. You said you understood.
I want you to get out.
So, it's both of you. You hate me. You hated me in the old days. You shut me out like everybody else. You laughed at your old friend Googlogan, who was big and clumsy. And
I could hear Teddy saying all of that.
Yeah.
This house.
But it's
I
like
can see.
Bob says the most innocuous thing, and Teddy gets upset.
You'll sit in this house and you'll laugh at your old
Flies
friend
off the handle.
Googlogan.
I can see
You
Teddy
hate
getting
me.
scammed and buying a magic string.
But you'll never get a chance to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
This is gonna change everything, Bobby.
and I'm making a figure of the two coyotes.
Watch this. Watch.
That laughed at an old friend
The man of the
Googlogan,
store
and
told
when you
me.
drove him out of the house. Oh, no, you don't. I'm gonna watch you. I'm gonna watch you die.
What?
There's the first slope.
And the second.
And there's the...
Whoa. Oh shit.
Heart must have given out. He's dead.
I'll say.
Look at his
Jeez.
hands, Bob. It isn't the two coyotes. It's Big Star. He wove the wrong figure. He killed himself.
George Logan.
What a dumbass.
What?
Wow.
What? He did the wrong one? He's that dumb? They really wanted to make the point that he was not very smart.
Oops. Accidentally killed myself. My bad.
Oh, excuse me. What did you say your name was?
Bob, asshole, no way! Stop it! Ooh, that was good! Oh, I
That
love
was
that.
fun.
That was good. The host makes it, man. He does see.
Yeah.
He's
having a ball.
He's having fun. Frank Gallup. He's doing
That's
good.
his name. Okay.
Frank. Old Frank knows how to weave a tale.
He's very honest.
Yeah. He's
Very
like
frank.
very frank. Like I'm gonna kill you. Yep, that's just
Who's
Frank.
more honest, him or his friend Ernest?
Thank you, Evan. Thank
No,
you.
that's very good. Very good, Evan. Let's give you a golf clap for that. So that was Cat's Cradle. What do we think, boys?
That was fucking stupid, man. I like that. That was fun.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one.
There's the second loop.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I wove the wrong fucking thing.
So Teddy, dude. So Teddy. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it's a tale as old as time. You got to watch that hubris.
It'll get you. It'll get you in the end. You're not careful. You get too wound up, and unfortunately, he found out the hard way.
Yeah, he's all strung up.
All strung up. I mean, it is crazy, man. This magic string just I mean, is it the string or is it the knots that he's tying?
Is this like, is it
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I
think
was
that
gonna
explains
say.
it all.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it does. Yeah, definitely. No, on the way out, Silarn, sure, on the way out. But yes.
okay, I can do it.
Yeah, I'll get fresh right on that for our sign off. But yeah.
I can definitely make that game. I can.
That's a good. I like that. I like that.
The breath.
That was good. But yeah, I couldn't tell if it was the knots or the rope, but
well, I
think
mean,
it's what he's doing with it. I think that's what
or
makes
it's
it
just
magic.
or it's just nothing and it's not magic at all, and it was just all a coincidence.
Well, I think that's what he's saying, is that it's not magic.
yeah, that's what the husband.
It's
Yeah,
not
that was his
magic.
point. It's not magic,
Because
but
he's tying the string.
Okay.
but who knows? I mean, again, it's not the wind. No, it's not. Yeah, he just, I mean, that was pretty funny though. Like, I thought they were going to draw that out more. And here's the third loop and the fourth loop.
And
that was good.
We were going to get another zoom in.
Yeah. Yeah, I think last week's may have been a little more creepy. I mean, this character is just kind of a lummox.
Yeah. I mean, I think as soon as we saw him as Teddy, all of our sympathy went out the window. Yeah, it really did. Especially with the other guy being named Bob, then it was over. It's like, all right, well, we know this. We know how this goes.
We've seen this already.
We know this guy's not going to win. We know Teddy never wins. Poor Teddy. But it was still, yeah, I mean, you have to appreciate the atmosphere and the suspense. Again, like, even in just him, like, in that little bit where he's getting ready to tie up the knot, it was like, oh shit, like, this is, like, he's gonna fuck these people up. He's gonna kill them. And so, of course, he ended up being the butt of the joke. You know, that's the way things go for people like Teddy.
He's the butt of the joke, just like always.
Just like always.
Poor George.
Poor George. And again, the host coming in saying, you know, some snarky final remark that kind of like is directed at you and gets you like, all right, like, that unsettles me a little bit. That's always fun.
I like how succinct the host in this one is.
Yeah, he's not like Boris Karloff with some long-winded, let me wind up the story because we didn't have the budget to do a big ending. So I'm gonna make up for it with just a little ha ha ha. And it's fine, but it's not short and sweet and to the point. It's long-winded because they don't have anything else. They spent all the money on Karloff. And one step beyond, I mean, kind of similar, but I mean, John Newland, he had some lines every once in a while, but still kind of subject to the same thing. They just didn't really have the budget to do good endings. But I mean, here, like, there's all we've seen 3 episodes now, and there's basically been an ending for each one, and even the second one that was open-ended, that open ending was like justified in like a very good, effective way, I thought.
Yeah, I mean, these are just written a little better, I think. I mean, it's not like the production value is crazy or anything. It's, you know, it's all been like single location, basically.
Yeah, I think you're 100% right. I think it is in the writing for sure. They just have better stories. So yeah, I mean, we're 3 episodes into Lights Out, and so far I think I gotta say I'm loving it. I'm really enjoying it a lot. So excited to see what else it has in store for us over the coming weeks. It's you know, we're only a few weeks into season 5, guys. So
yeah, we just had the equinox. Did you guys have a happy equinox?
I honestly didn't even think about it. I didn't even know
Yeah,
when.
it's spring now, man.
I saw them
Spring
say
has
that on
sprung.
TV today, and I was like, wait, what? Oh, it's spring now? Like, I guess it's
Like for real this time?
Yeah,
seriously.
you pinky promise?
Yeah. I guess these 28-degree nights the past couple days kind of fooled me, but now we're on to 40. Our lows now are 40 degrees and our highs are 70 degrees. So we're back to normal. We're back to the way I like it. I prefer the spring and the summer and the fall, even winter. I could take it or leave it. I ain't crazy about it. So I'm very happy, actually, Evan. I'm glad you asked. I'm happy to be back in the spring. Feels good. Yeah, so we've got plenty of horror in store for you over this next spring. And we're gonna start picking that back up on this on Friday with a late stage entry for this show. This will be probably our latest movie, or our like next to latest movie that we'll ever show on the program. It is a 1978 film entitled The Driller Killer. And it's
a good name.
It is a good name. And I haven't seen it before. I think it's supposed to be kind of like a black comedy. Like it's horror, but it's also supposed to be kind of tongue in cheek. And I think that it had a reputation for I'm kind of digressing a little here, but in this, I think it was in the 80s, the United Kingdom created a list. Somebody in the United Kingdom created a list of what were called video nasties, which were the horrible movies that should not be shown to children or shouldn't be rented or should be outlawed or banned in the country. And The Driller Killer was on the video nasties list, but it apparently it's not really that bad. I think the most of the gore or the killings or whatever is kind of more isolated to the third act. It's not like a slasher movie in the traditional sense where there's killings happening all the time. I don't know. Again, I haven't seen it, but cool title.
Sounds exciting. We've got at least a partial video nasty
lined up. Yeah, I guess it'll be our first video nasty. I'll have to really look at the list and go over if we'll have any others that are public domain horror that were on that list. I don't know if Night of the Living Dead was or not. Probably not. I don't know. England is so weird with what they're permissive about, and then for whatever reason in the 80s they just I'm pretty sure these movies were outlawed. It was obscenity laws, and so they were banned. And I don't know. I don't.
Those British sensibilities.
Yes. What are you gonna do? What can you say? But we're going to have a lot of fun with The Driller Killer. And as always, Evan is going to bring us a wonderful cocktail to pair with the evening's film in a little segment which we call...
What were you drinking?
What are we drinking on Friday, Evan?
All right. Well, I think you guys know the drill by now. Every week we have a new cocktail, and this week's cocktail is the Power Drill. And what's interesting about this one is it seems like there are two ways to make this, and I don't know which one is the right one. I guess when if you make a cocktail, you don't copyright it or anything, so you're gonna get some overlap. But this is both of these are plays on the screwdriver, as I'm sure you can imagine, made with vodka, orange juice, and our first recipe calls for Red Bull. And the second recipe, the third ingredient is beer. So we're gonna try these.
How
are we
gonna try both? How are we gonna do this,
Yeah,
Evan?
we're gonna have a little tasting.
Oh, okay, that's very cool. All right, we're gonna do
Yeah.
both. All right, I'm down for that. I
We
like
can
that.
compare and contrast. And we usually do 2 drinks anyway, so
We do. So yeah, I like the idea of changing it up. Man, like that Red Bull one, that's gonna be something.
yeah. I don't know if we want to lead with that or if we want to save that for a little boost halfway through the night.
Oh man, I feel like that's tough because the other one's got beer in it. So you drink that's gonna also kind of have an effect.
Yeah.
So interesting.
So we'll think about it.
We will be thinking on that. I like the sound of both of them. I just saw the one with beer. I saw that you posted 2, but I just thought that you maybe like accidentally somehow sent it twice. So I was like,
right, yeah.
So I'm interested to try them both. We'll see which one comes out on top. They both sound equally interesting.
Yeah,
the one with
we'll
beer.
say interesting.
What kind of beer are you gonna go with the one with beer?
Now that is a good question.
Because I think the picture on that thing shows a Corona, correct?
Yeah, it does. We could try Corona. We want to.
It's just
follow
interesting
this video recipe
because I just think that honestly makes a huge difference with how that drink.
I mean,
tastes.
absolutely, yeah.
Like you could go with, Corona's.
You could go a lot of different ways with that, yeah.
Right, but
do something a little more citrusy. I mean, I don't know.
But that's where I think Corona fits well because Corona's the kind of beer like you have a lime with,
Yeah.
So I think that Corona would pair well with the citrus.
Yeah. All right.
So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm
We'll
very
try
excited
Corona.
to try that. Well done on the drinks this week, Evan. And also, I just have to say kudos to Fresh on the sound effect cue up there. That was very nice. That was very, very well timed. I'm glad you had that queued up. But so join us on Friday for the Driller Killer. It's gonna be an experience for sure. Again, I haven't seen the movie, so in terms of content, I don't know how violent or how I just don't know what we're in store for. So it'll be fun. So I'm very excited. But yeah, you can catch that on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern on Twitch or YouTube. You can find us over on the socials at Scream Stream Show. You can find me on the socials over at Scream Stream Show. You can find Fresh Rogan at Fresh Rogan over on Twitter and Instagram. You can find our very own Evan Sink over at Twitter now at Caligari Cursed, underscore cursed, I believe.
No underscore.
Oh, no underscore. Whatever it is.
All one word.
Oh, it's all one. Okay. At Caligari Cursed. You can find Evan there. Thanks so much for watching tonight. Thank you boys so much for joining me as always. These Lights Out episodes have been a lot of fun, so I'm excited to see what's in store next week. You can join us at 9 p.m. Eastern for another episode of Lights Out. Anything before we sign off tonight, boys?
So I slept through a lot of my physics class, but if I claim my cat's cradle as magic, is that string theory?
Until Friday, sweet screams, everybody.
Creep tight.
And to all, a good fright.
Whoa! Yeah. Look at that. Damn, Press.